Hi, and welcome to our little corner of creativity. Today I've got something extra special for all you aspiring oil painters out there. If you have ever looked at a Monet, a John Singer-Sargent, a Bodin or a Renoir and wished that you could create something even a tenth as good, then this one's for you. Hey there, I'm Fransien Bobrus with Time to Create Art. And today I want to share my top 6 techniques on how to create that perfect, dreamy, impressionist oil painting. And maybe even a bonus one if you stay till the end of this video. So, are you ready to create art? Let's go! Now, let me tell you a little story before we begin. When I first started painting in the Impressionist style, I was mesmerized by the way that the masters could capture light, colors and emotion with just a few brush strokes. But I'll be honest, trying to recreate that magic seemed like an impossible task. I felt like I was missing some secret sauce. But over time, with experimentation and practice, I uncovered these essential techniques that took my paintings from meh to wow, and I can't wait to share them with you all. Number 1 on our list is all about embracing the beauty of bold brush strokes. Impressionism is about capturing the essence of a scene, and this lively brushstroke is your ticket to that vibrant world. Instead of getting bogged down in the details, use broad, expressive brushwork to infuse movement and energy into your painting. Let those colors dance on the canvas. Take your palette knife or a large flat brush, load it up with paint and use confident, sweeping movements. Feel the texture of the canvas under your brush and let your hand move with freedom. This technique brings life and spontaneity to your artwork, making it uniquely expressive. Don't worry about perfection. Impressionism thrives on the beauty of imperfection. Embrace the uniqueness of your brush strokes and watch your painting come alive with personality. A top tip if you're struggling to let go: hold your brush at the very end and paint at arm's length. This way you cannot go into detail even if your brain tells you to. Now let's talk color. Impressionist painting is all about capturing emotions with colors. Instead of sticking to what you see literally, try to play with colors to convey emotions, mood and atmosphere. Experiment with complementary colors, those that sit opposite each other on the color wheel, to create a dynamic contrast. Mixing colors on your palette is an art in itself. Try blending warm tones like red and orange with cool tones like blue and purple to create harmonious gradients. The juxtaposition of warm and cool colors can create a visual symphony that tugs at the heartstrings of your viewers. If you are currently struggling with how to mix colors, watch my color mixing video, I'll link it up here. Remember, Impressionism is about capturing those fleeting moments of light and its effect on color. Let your colors sing and dance together, and don't be afraid to add a dash of unexpected color. It's like composing a beautiful symphony of color that will make your artwork truly captivating. Every masterpiece needs a focal point, a spot that draws the viewer in and holds their gaze. In Impressionism, this isn't about hyper-realistic details, it's about creating emphasis and guiding the viewer's eye. In this painting by Renoir, for example, the figure on the path takes center stage. Its dark color contrasts beautifully against the light of the path and the medium tones in the foliage surrounding it, making it an irresistible focal point. You can see that he didn't try to add details to his focal point or make it realistic. Instead, he played with color to create contrast. He also ensured that his composition and placement of the figure helps to lead the viewer's eye towards the focal point. Before you start painting, sketch your composition and decide where you want your focal point to be. This sketch can be on a separate notebook, on a piece of paper, or simply directly onto the canvas before you start your painting. Then use techniques like brighter colors, higher contrast, or more defined brushstrokes to make this area stand out. Remember, the rest of the painting can dance around this star. It's all about creating a visual journey that leads the viewer's eye towards the heart of your artwork. The magic of light and shadow is the backbone of Impressionism and brings your painting to life. Capturing the interplay of light and shadow will create depth and dimension. See how the sunlight plays across the scene in this painting by Cicely? It creates patterns of light and dark. That is the magic that we want to capture. When painting, pay attention to where your light source is coming from and how it affects the colors in your scene. Work with warm and cool tones to create the illusion of where the light hits your subjects. For instance, warm tones represent areas touched by sunlight, and cool tones suggest shadows. You can see pinkish tones in the lower left of this painting, as well as in the parts of the water that is in full sun, contrasted with cooler blue and green tones, where the trees cast shadows along the banks, for example. Embracing light and shadow is a journey that requires observation and a lot of practice. Keep exploring and experimenting with different lighting scenarios, and soon you will master this technique. One of my favorite tools in the arsenal is a palette knife. This versatile instrument adds delightful texture to your artwork, giving it that extra oomph. It's like sculpting your painting with paint. You can use the palette knife to apply thick paint directly onto the canvas, creating impasto, a technique where the paint stands out in relief. It's excellent for adding dimension and creating eye-catching elements, like the texture of tree bark or the ripples on water. It takes a bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, you have endless possibilities at your fingertips. If you have gotten any value from this video so far, please color that like button to let me know to create more content like this. Now, speaking of texture, let's talk a bit more about impasto. This technique is all about using thick paint to create texture and convey movement. It's like a dance of paint, giving your painting that three-dimensional quality. Imagine painting a colorful sky. Instead of flat, lifeless clouds, you can use impasto to make them look like they're gently moving in the breeze. The raised paint adds a sense of energy and dynamism to your artwork. Experiment with different tools to create texture. You can use a palette knife, a brush, or even your fingertips. Each one creates a unique texture, and it's up to you to find which one suits your painting best. So let your imagination lead and bring your painting to life with impasto. See the texture in this close-up? That's the magic of impasto at work. Remember, art is a journey, and stepping back to assess your progress is crucial. As you paint, take a moment to step back from your canvas and observe your work from a distance. Sometimes a fresh perspective can help you to see which part of that painting needs a little bit of extra love. You may notice that certain elements need more definition, or that the color balance needs adjusting. This step back can help you make informed decisions about your next brush stroke. It's okay to make adjustments along the way. Your painting is an evolving creation, and taking the time to step back and assess will help your painting to reach new heights. When I created this painting, I had to redo the sky completely as I felt that the original sky just didn't convey the mood that I was going for. I will link the time-lapse of the creation of this painting up here, but also in the description below. Be sure to check it out, and please comment down below if you'd like to see more details of my painting process. As a new YouTube channel, your feedback really means the world to me. Finally, a bonus technique, and this one really is the most important of all. Paint with your heart. Impressionism is not about replicating reality. It's about capturing a moment and infusing a scene with your emotion. Let your emotions guide your brush and don't be scared to try new things. When you paint with heart, you infuse your artwork with a part of yourself. Art is an expression of you, and that's what makes it unique and truly special. Your passion and authenticity will shine through, making your artwork resonate with others. Each brushstroke is an opportunity to connect with your audience and create something extraordinary. And there you have it, all the techniques you need to master for that perfect impressionist oil painting. Remember, each painting is a journey of growth and discovery. Don't be afraid to experiment and make each stroke your own. If you enjoyed this video and want more art-related content, please subscribe and ring the notification bell. And of course, I'd love to hear about your impressionist painting adventures in the comments below. Until next time, keep painting, keep dreaming, and keep creating art. Still here? Click, click, click.